It's going to be a scorcher across Adelaide today, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, 42 degrees, the high. How are you? You okay? I had a good night's sleep, to be fair. Probably the best night's sleep I've had since I've been here. The jet lag is starting to wear off. It's just gone 7:30 in the morning. My plan today is to do as little as possible, explore the coastline and enjoy the heat. But first, it's time to right the wrongs, the cultural wrongs that I did in Australia yesterday of getting my Vegemite wrong. So I'm going to go down to Brekkie, not have pancakes, get some coffee, I'm desperate for a coffee, and try Vegemite part 2. I need a shower like this at home. Right, time to rewrite cultural wrongs from yesterday. Apparently a very small amount of Vegemite and butter goes on first. So apparently sparingly. This is probably still a bit too much, right? We'll soon find out. Day 2, trying Vegemite. This time a lot less. It's much better than yesterday. Okay, I'll let you off. Back to my room then, after breakfast. Vegemite scandal hopefully over. Yeah, sparingly seemed to do the trick, although why you would want something that you actually didn't put much of it on toast, that sort of defeats the object anyway. It's like, we like this, but only if you put a tiny little bit of that, to the point where we actually can't taste it, to the point where it's just butter and toast and there's just a hint of something. Anyway, it's got the approval from my Aussie friend who has said, finally, you're eating it properly. I wish that you would admit in real life that you were wrong. I was wrong. I put far too much Vegemite on there. Go, blimey. Anyway, the plan for today is Vegemite to the beach, and then this evening I'm going to my friend's house to see his parents. They have a pool, which might be the ulterior motive of visiting them, catch up with them, have some dinner, and then come back. I have booked my hotel in Mount Gambier now. It's cost £50 and I've got a refund from this hotel because I'm leaving this place early. They've given me nearly $200 back for like 2 nights, which is crazy because I don't think I even paid that. Anyway, we're going to go to the beach. We're going to just take it easy today because I don't want to melt. Also, the sun is a deadly laser, so sun creaming up. Right then, to the beach. My plan today is to do a little bit of a down the coast journey. So I'm going to Henley Beach, then I'm going to Glenelg, then I'm going to a place called Hallet Cove Boardwalk, then I'm going to Port Narlunga, and then the plan is not to come back to my hotel today until this evening, and then from Port Narlunga go to my friend's parents' house, get a bottle of wine or something on the way for them, have a couple of swims. I've got my bathers on, so I've got my swimming shorts on and my pants, or my jogs on underneath, a towel, water, ready to rumble. Set my guidance up and away we go. It's going to be a day of sun, sea and sand. Right, let's go. I've made a terrible mistake today of driving in my flip-flops.
Turn left after 150 metres, then take the next left turn immediately.
Well, I've done a U-E, Sheila.
Prepare to turn left soon.
Oh, what was that? My limiter is set. So a bit of an adventure. Absolutely no idea what today will bring. I'm hoping to go in the sea. I might go for a bit of snorkeling. I've got my snorkel and my stuff with me. I've got my flip-flops. I've got my towel. The world is my oyster today, as are the oysters. They are also my oysters. I keep seeing these little scooters everywhere now, and
please turn next left.
having fond memories of my day with the scooters yesterday. Good times.
Follow the road for 1 kilometre.
See what we can see this way. I don't think we've been on this road yet. This is the road that I came when I came from the airport. I'm almost going back towards the airport. Henley Beach is quite close. What's this? A Hyundai Elantra. I don't think we get those, do we? So coming up to 9:30 in the morning, and the roads aren't as busy as I expected. Remember, it is still the summer holidays, however people have sort of gone back to work now. This journey is going to take me about 15 minutes. It's about 9 kilometres.
Bear right after 300 metres and continue to follow Park Terrace.
Will do. Park Terrace, I have been on Park Terrace. She's on her phone, naughty lady.
Please bear next right, then take the second right turn.
So bear right, yep, then take the second right turn. Okay, well we have been this way. We're coming up to the 7 News building. All
Please
roads
turn next right.
lead to the 7 News building and the drive-through Cornish pasties. Didn't bring me snacks with me. I'm gonna have to buy a pie, aren't I? What a shame. So when I went to the beach last night, I was hilariously unprepared. I didn't have my swim shorts with me, I didn't have a towel with me, I had my trainers on. Today, I am prepared for the beach. I've got my swim shorts on, I've got my sunnies, I've got my hat, I've got my sun cream on, I've got my towel. No messing about today. There's the mighty 7 News building and the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. It was all lit up last night, it was very beautiful actually. Looks like Tron at Disney World. Nice. Tomorrow, it gives hot still, but not as hot as today. So I'm going to head into the hills tomorrow. Head for the hills. Going to go to the motor museum, show you around that. Might go to a wildlife park, see if I can see a koala and some kangaroos. Explore up in the hills. Hopefully a bit more of a exciting driving experience than the roads I have currently been on, which are city roads. That service station there has a thing called Pie of the Month, by the way, and it's Aussie beef pie this month, if you fancy it, from Pies R Us, I don't know. So I'm turning left.
Please turn next left, then take the next right turn.
Left and then right. Going on to what's seemingly the main road, the main sort of motorway really. Big area here next to me. I'm wondering if that's sort of the busway, tramway. There is a busway area that you can't drive on. If you drive on it, you're in trouble, basically. I'm just following this high ace. Hopefully they know where they're going. I'm still getting used to all the different quirks
Follow
of
the road for 6 kilometres.
driving in Australia, but the road signs are starting to make more sense. The layout of the roads are making more sense, and the way you do things is making more sense. There is a significant lack of roundabouts, and I'm going to say it. Why? Because they work. We need more roundabouts in Australia. I am missing them. I suppose the road building here is very straight, very linear, and a roundabout doesn't fit in with the narrative. There's a house next to me that looks like it's totally ready for some renovation. 101 Grange Road, if you want to look it up. It's got a big garage. Quite a bit of traffic here. Awful lot of traffic here. This is the first significant bit of traffic I've actually come across. Still stuck in traffic. What's that? Cool. Shift Spinal Health. I could do with some spinal health. A wholesale stationers. Lighthouse Books. Still stuck in traffic. My goodness. Roadworks ahead. That's why. It's the Grange Road intersection upgrade. Right. So it appears the roadworks are ongoing. This is good, isn't it? Good viewing. That's why. There's a lane closure. Hand up to Mrs. Woman there. Mrs. Sheila. This Omega isn't letting in. Come on in, sir. I'll let you in. That's some un-Australian driving there by that Holden Omega. Un-Australian. I've got the theme tune to Round the Twist in my head, because earlier today I was looking at a journey to the Split Point Lighthouse in, I think it's Port Airy. It's a long old drive, but it should be good. I mean, growing up in the UK, watching Round the Twist, I've got to go to the lighthouse, haven't I? Come on, I don't want to have to edit 40 minutes of me just sat in a traffic jam. Thank you. One thing I would say though is the road resurfacing is beautiful. Look how smooth that is. Gorgeous. How busy do we think the beach is going to be today? Ah, there we go. End of the road works. We're in a good position now. So we're carrying on this road for 5 kilometres. So what's that? 3 miles? Kia Rio. Not overly too much to see, interesting wise. Hang on a minute, is that a Proton Jumbo? No, it's not, no. Ooh, it's getting excited then. It's day, what, 5 of me not seeing any Protons in Australia? Maybe you can change that. Maybe you live in Australia, in South, and want to invite me over to look at your Proton. Is that cheating? Maybe. The Rat and Parrot British Pub and an Aldi. I've not been into an Aldi since I've been here. I expect it's probably very similar to what we get at home. I haven't seen a Lidl. I'm assuming there are no Lidls here in Australia. That could be the way forward. Touched base with Dad this morning. -7 when he woke up earlier. He's been doing lots of work. He's got work in the kitchen done, and I even got a little picture of the inspector in the snow. Here's the inspector in the snow. There's a cool abandoned sort of old Japanese car lot there. I might have to have a look at that later. Cheesecake shop. It's dangerous, isn't it? So I've had about 6 hours sleep. I actually fell asleep editing yesterday's video, so I woke up with it still here. There's some beautiful houses that have been built. What's that, a Mazda? Nope, Toyota. And that's the thing, I'm seeing cars that I'm going, what's that? What's that? Because I've got no idea. They've not been seen on British roads. Hardly leave Lincolnshire. There was a comment in one of the videos when I was looking at houses and land prices and all this sort of stuff. For a country that has got an infinite amount of land, the land prices are astronomical. Why is that? It's an X-Trail. I bet the wheel arches aren't rusty. Nope. I bet they would be in the UK. There was a house there that looked just like my bungalow. Right, my speed limit's changed now to 50. So change my limiter down. What are you beeping at me for? I'm doing 50.
After 300 meters, leave the roundabout at the first exit.
Roundabout? This is possibly one of the first roundabouts I have come across. Right, now, go to the end of the road. So
First exit.
ignore
Then
Sally
you will arrive
now.
at your destination.
Ignore her, and let's carry on over the roundabout towards the beach, Seaview Road. So the Esplanade is here. I believe this area here has free parking, but I'm not sure where I'm going yet. Let's go here. Where's the jetty? That's what I want to know. Okay, so the jetty is that way. So I've got to turn around, John boy. You've made a terrible mistake. You've gone the wrong way. But there was some free parking there, so I think I might turn around. That's a bad place to turn around. Porsche. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go to the seafront. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. Clearly a tourist. So there is some free parking there. Loads there, so I'm not going to miss out on that. You can get 2 cars through here, mate. That's good news. My limiter back down to 40. So where is the Esplanade? Okay. I do not think I'm in the right place. Looks like a Beverly Hills apartment complex. Maybe I am in the right place. There seems to be some parking spaces here. What is this? Grange Jetty Cafe. Well, I'm going to just dump it in here. What are they going to do? Shoot me? I've done it now. Spot the reference. Right, I'm here. I am at not Henley. I think I'm at Grange. Yeah, so I'm at a place called Right. So I was going the right way. Now, do I stay here and look at Grange, or do I go to Henley? Well, Grange has got a jetty as well. We're here now, we might as well have a look. So not at Henley, I've accidentally ended up at a place called Grange. Let's go see what all the fuss is about. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and it is already scorching. So from what I can see, you've got like a little beach area and a jetty. Let's walk on the jetty. The heat on the back of my legs after being here for 3 minutes is incredible. But this is beautiful. Take a look at this. Gorgeous. The sea looks ever so blue. Oh, there's Henley jetty. Doesn't look too far. I think I might actually walk the sea. Just walk the beach down there. So from where Ryan and Emma live, you can actually walk all the way down this beach, all the way down it to sort of Glenelg, which is where we're going today as well. There behind me is Henley Jetty. I think I'm gonna walk there. Look how beautiful the sea is. It's gorgeous today. My first Australian wildlife properly in the sea. What a terrible day. Actually, hardly anybody on the jetty. Where else would you be on a day where it's 40 degrees? Right, I've decided I'm getting in the sea. Or the ocean. The ocean, I've got to stop calling it the sea. As somebody who didn't necessarily have the best 2025, for all reasons documented, my start to 2026 is certainly much better. In fact, the 5 days of 2026 I've had so far have been better than my entire 2025. I'm too hot. Yes, I'm aware I keep calling it the sea. I know. We're going to go in the ocean. Look how clear it is. Oh, actually, it's cold. It's colder than Semaphore last night. Oh, tell you what, that is cold. Oh, wow. That's much colder. Oh, than semaphore yesterday. Maybe I'm not going in. I think learning to be content with doing this sort of thing on my own is going to be difficult. And it is difficult. It's really alien. Really alien. Coming to the beach on your own. Travelling to the other side of the world on your own. But it's strangely peaceful. It's weird. But I don't hate it. And it's what you make it, isn't it, this life? And I think it's going to be a good year. Decided to get myself a milkshake. Although now I'm wishing I'd got an ice cream. Just taking a seat, having my milkshake ready. Oh, hang on a minute. It may bring all the boys to the yard. That was a terrible joke and I'm very sorry. That was needed. Wow. Onwards. Where to? I don't know. Further down the coast. Probably going to see if I can get to Henley. Get parked up there. If not, I'll go straight to Glenelg and then Port Narlunga. What are we? 12 o'clock now. It's getting hot. Also, Ford G6E Turbo. Check that out. How cool is that? It's actually not as busy here as I expected it, but saying that, there's such a massive coastline, you don't all need to cram into one beach, do you? Kia Carnival, by the way. Very nice. Let's go get in my Suzuki, though. Oh, baby, that is hot. Oh. Big round of applause for the Thai restaurant called Wok on Water. Well, then, Henley Beach, that wasn't Henley Beach, but was actually Grange Beach, was nice. Been there a couple of hours, to be honest with you. Had a milkshake, bar, had a good old walk, been in the sea. Going to carry on down the Esplanade, that's the official term for it, and see if we can actually get to Henley Beach this time. There's a tree there, and replacing me in the Suzuki Swift is a Suzuki Swift. Oh. One thing I've realised in Australia, noticed in Australia, is people don't acknowledge you when you're driving. They don't thank you, they don't wave, they don't nod, nothing. Un-Australian. In fact, as Dad would say, that's not Christian motoring. It's a scorcher. I mean, I'm moaning about the heat, but it isn't normally this hot here. There's normally 2 or 3 days a year where Australia gets this sort of heat. It's just been lucky, I suppose, that I've hit it this time around. Last time I came, it was raining most of the time. Let's find Henley Beach. Thank goodness we're seeing roundabouts today, because I was starting to get homesick. Oh, that's un-Australian. That's where I spun around earlier. Goodness me. Can someone who's Australian explain number plates to me? I mean, I get that they're territorial, as in you get South Australia, Western Australia, X, Y and Z. They don't seem to be dated. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to them. I see some of them that say, I don't know, Bobby or Sheila, but they just don't seem to make any sense. How do I know what year that Holden was made? How do I know? Am I just meant to guess? Should tell me on the number plate. Or am I just asking for things that I take for granted? I've made a mistake here. I should have gone to the Esplanade. Oh, there's loads of parking. All the parking. Right. So here is Henley Beach car park. Are there any spaces? Well, we'll soon find out. Oh, there's loads of spaces. You are within a 3-hour parking sign. Electronically monitored parking. Fine. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pull my car straight into this parking space, right behind this Camry, and go to the beach. Henley Beach, hottest day of the year. Free parking for 3 hours. There's loads of spaces. Wouldn't get that in the UK, would you? Also, whilst it's just me and you, before I head on down to the beach, I want to just take a moment of appreciation for an item of apparel that seems to be quite popular here on Australians' beaches, and that is the thong bikini. Don't think too much to the skate park that's here. So I'm going to walk along Henley Jetty. I have been on this jetty before, and we were the only people, Ryan and I, and it was blowing a gale and ever so cold and windy. Bit different now. I've just been stopped by a couple of gentlemen from the Church of the Latter-day Saints, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, whatever you want to call them, wearing a suit and tie, wanting to talk to me about our Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. I mean, you can't knock their enthusiasm on a day like today. Sadly, I didn't have too much to say about Jesus Christ. Should you wish to, go to Henley Beach today. So the jetty in the distance there is Grange. Now, we're at Henley. Just had a wander down to the end of the jetty. Loads of kids just jumping in, diving in, having a great time. Belly flopping, apple rolling, whatever. How awesome is that? So I can walk to Semaphore Beach from here. It's 8 kilometres for an hour and 20 minutes. I don't fancy that. Not in this heat. I'm done at Henley. I didn't go in the sea here because it's in the ocean. Stop saying sea. In the ocean here. It's much of a muchness. And I want to see as much of the coast as possible. So now we're going to head further south and probably going to end up at Port Narlunga, somewhere very close by to my friend's parents' house. I need to buy them some wine, remember. Wine! So any advice on wine, let me know. White, preferably. Wine chat. I know nothing about wine. Of course, South Australia, famous for its vineyards. I have been to a few vineyards, we've done wine tasting, and actually I really enjoyed Grandfather Tawny from Penfolds, which my mate and I drank the night before my wedding. Less said about that the better. Anyway, I've been to get some wine from Terry, because I say, I know absolutely nothing about wine. He has recommended a couple. This one, Ponting, apparently because it's wine season, cricket season, this is Ricky Ponting's wine. He is a cricketer, obviously, from McLaren Vale. This is a 2023 Shiraz, so that's obviously a nice red wine. There it is, there's that, take a look at that. Apparently a very nice wine. This could be that he's just had loads of this wine and has recommended it to me to get rid of it, or not. And then also a very nice Sauvignon Blanc, which is this, a 2025 Emmeline from the Adelaide Hills. There it is, there's some wine for tonight. It's negligible how much it's cost, but those two bottles, 25 quid. Nothing really, is it? It doesn't matter about the price. I know nothing about wine, so if they're no good, it's the thought that counts, I suppose. So Kevin and Tracy and everybody else that's going tonight, I hope you enjoy those bottles of wine. I do not drink wine. I probably should have got a couple of bottles because there's a few of us actually, but some people can have red, some people can have wine. I might enjoy a little bit, I might not. But anyway, wine update is I've got my wine. Now let's go south. Right, my journey continues. Blimey, now it's warm. Oh dear. But stay hydrated. Remember what the pelican said. If anyone keeps wondering what this pelican thing that I keep referencing is, by the way, it's a YouTube channel called The Modest Pelican. Check them out. Effectively, The Modest Pelican makes gaming videos, but at the end of it, it's always stay hydrated, which is a good motto to have. It's like me with my Hello You Absolute Legends, which apparently came from another YouTuber, but I don't know. Oh my goodness, it's pandemonium here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars unable to get out. Come on, madam, with your Haval. God, the bloke's got a massive block of cheese. What a huge block of cheese. So I can't really mess this up, I don't think. It's just a case of continue travelling along the Esplanade south, and if I see somewhere nice, I'll stop. What are we doing here? Are we just waiting? This is people that can't drive are us day or something? Oh, fair enough. The old Corollas really do it for me. Oh no, it's still warm in the car. This aircon not necessarily doing its job properly today. Subaru Outback. Ice cream and dessert bar. Something tells me they're going to be busy today. Oh, for sale, Kia Soul. Get it bought. That's the last thing I want, a Kia Soul. Thought that was a roundabout, was giving way to the right. Wasn't a roundabout. Got my limiter on. Have I got cruise control as well? Yeah, probably. I hope so. Tempted to do one of the drive-through BWSs before we go. Shout out to the team at Naughty Boy. That is the best name for a pub I've ever seen. Spelt naughty as in nautical and boy as in a boy in the ocean. La 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 la. Now I've got Naughty Boy in my head. Isn't Australia beautiful? Now I've only been into the city yet. We've not even done the Great Ocean Road or the Outback. We're going to have some fun, I think. Early start Sunday morning. So on Sunday, I'm heading to Cars and Coffee at one of the port harbour places before driving to Mount Gambier to see their famous sinkhole and Blue Lagoon or whatever it's called. From there, I will stay the night. I've booked my hotel. It's cost 50 quid, £50 for the hotel. And then I will carry on my journey. I've got about a week between Sunday and Friday morning where I've got time to myself to do the Great Ocean Road, and then I've got to be back in Adelaide by sort of Friday afternoon, because that evening Ryan and I are then heading on our own little adventure and we're going to go westwards. So I'm going east on my own from Adelaide and going west with Ryan to do a bit of a Lincolnshire named places tour. There's a Port Boston, a Port Lincoln, a Spilsby, a Tibsy, a Sleaford, a Peterborough. Because if you haven't caught up, me and my boy Ryan are from Lincolnshire. You know that. He's from Lincolnshire too. He might have this Aussie accent, and he's technically lived in Australia a lot longer than me. Hang on a minute. He's technically lived in Australia a lot longer than he lived in the UK. Still a Boston boy at heart, I think. Right, where are we now? Let's get the map up. Right, coming up to a place called West Beach. Looks busy here. West Beach. Okay, check it out. Looks good. So West Beach Parks and Glenelg. This way. Okay, so I could park there and go to West Beach and have a look, or I could go this way to Glenelg. Let's have a quick shufty at West Beach, I think. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Let's go have a look at it. Hopefully there's a parking space. I mean, it doesn't look like it. Okay, fair enough. It's just like a coastal bit, but we're sort of atop a cliff by the looks of things. Let me turn around. Okay, well, actually I'm not going to stop in West Beach because there's not too much to see. Is this a through road or not? What do we think? Yeah, no, yes it is. It's not on the map. Okay, so West Beach wasn't too much to see, just a cliff top view of the beach. Let's go Glenelg then. Got to turn left here, and I will pull a Yui, even though there's a roundabout there. There's a quick Yui. Hook a Yui. It feels very seasidey here. Discovery Park, just like a caravan park there. I'm guessing they're hireable for the evening. I did look at a caravan park to stay in. Not my scene. What I really need is that water to just be a bit warmer, please. What's this? Mock Roadway Road Safety Centre. Right, what's that? South Australia Police's Fatal 5. It's like a driving test centre, like a high ropes bouncy castle. Just right wedgie, alright. The big wedgie. That looks great fun. It's almost like a Butlins, but warm. I'm driving down a road called Military Road. There's the Butlins looking place. Beautiful view of the Adelaide Hills. Big old sort of parkland area here. Tapley's Hill Road. Stunning. Right. So is that just the beach still, is it? Yes, I think. No, I think I've gone the wrong way. What's this? It's telling me I've not got my seatbelt on, but I think it was registering them. Really? So I think what's happening is the car is registering the weight of the wine on my passenger seat there. Mental. One way? No. I've gone the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. So I've got to pull a U-ing. Oh, there's the airport. I know exactly where I am. I need to turn around though. Oh, the milkshake was refreshing at the time, but it's not sitting right, if I'm entirely honest. No U-turn. Right. How do I turn around then, please? Let's go into here. Harbour Town. What's this? Pet Hotel? Sir Reginald Ansetti. Harbour Town. There's a Macca's here as well. Let's do Macca's drive-thru. Let's do the drive-thru. Let's do a McDonald's drive-thru. I want a drink. My goodness, is it really that busy? It's not that big. Order here. What are we going to have? Could have a McFlurry. Let's have a McFlurry. Yeah, I'm going to have a McFlurry. Just to cool me down a bit.
Hello, from here today.
Hi, no, I'm not, no.
What are you after?
What McFlurries do you have at the moment?
Oreo and M&M.
Can I have M&M, please?
Vanilla or chocolate ice cream?
Oh, goodness.
Vanilla.
We don't get that in the UK. Vanilla, please.
Sorry, vanilla?
Yes, please.
Anything else?
That's it, thanks.
Hi, man, thank you.
Chocolate ice cream in your McFlurry. What? Why do we not get that? My mind has been blown. I should be writing a strongly worded letter to Mr. McDonald when I get back. Keep the air cons in. You've got to let me off on that. And I'm going to sit in Harbour Town and eat my McFlurry. Hi, thank you. I mean, that looks good to me, man. That does look awesome. Now, where am I going to park? 6 hours parking here. In case you want 6 hours of shopping. I don't want 6 hours of eating Maccas. Right, the moment of the truth. Look at that. M&M's McFlurry. It's a massive McFlurry as well. It's huge. Oh, it's so cold. Why did I think this was a good idea? I'm so cold. Right, I've had my McDonald's and it's cooled me down a little bit. My legs are so hot. Let's go to Glenelg, please. So the way to do it is down there, then I'm there. Okay, set my limiter, 60. Let's go. It's warm. Harbour Town. This is like a new build shopping centre. We've got a TK Maxx. I believe that's the airport. Yeah, it must be. The Australian Government Bureau of Meteorology. Was that a Proton? No. It did look like it though. For a split second, I thought there was a Proton Coupe. It was clearly a Lancer Coupe or something. Wow, man, that's warm. The Drummond Golf Driving Range. I am warm today, baby. There's quite a bit of road noise coming from the back there. I hope my tyres are okay. When I get to Warren Avenue. No, it's Warwick. So Glenelg is like a seasidey, touristy spot. It's the beach, basically. It's the main part of Adelaide that's the do you want to come for a beach holiday part. If you're not interested in going up to the hills, you come to Glenelg. If you're not interested about seeing the CBD, you go to Glenelg. It's the tourist bit. Let's go this way. I'm just driving, I've got no idea where I'm going. My plan is to drive all the way down to this beachfront and then drive along the beach there. Are we going? Let's go. Oh my goodness. Straight over to St Anne's Terrace over here. Everything is wooden framed. All the buildings wooden framed. All the new builds anyway. Right. Boats. You want boats? We got boats. This looks posh. I'm not allowed here. Haven Marina. Okay. Looks lovely. Where am I going to go? Short-term motel accommodation. That's all you need. Right. We are in Glenelg, and I have no idea where I'm going. Marina Pier car park, okay. I think I've just come to the wrong place. That's the car park, that's a car park. Entry only, Glenelg Beach. Yeah, I've come to the wrong place, I think. So I'm going to spin around and go a different way. I think that would have taken me on the actual beach. Yeah, I would have been on the sand. Don't drive your Suzuki Swift on the beach. Not recommend. Can't drive down the blooming road. That's naff. That's a Coles. I don't want to go to Coles, I want to go to the Esplanade. I'm lost now. That's okay. Just keep making our way that way. As long as I keep making my way that way, I will get to the beach. I'm leaving you for the last time, baby. Might not even get out of the car. Might just have a drive around. I love seeing the souped up utes though. Okay, that's where I went last time. All day free parking. Sorry, what? How does that work? All day free parking in a multi-storey car park? We've got it wrong in the UK, haven't we? That'd be £12.50 an hour in the UK. Mental. I was indicating, missus, so you can't shake your head at me. Getting a little bit of a sinus headache. I'm not sure if it's the aircon, to be honest with you, that's making me a bit... Gorgeous houses here, isn't there? Some beautiful houses. Ramsgate Street. For a moment there. Well, I'm in Glenelg South. I've parked up. The camera cut out there because it got too hot. I've cooled it down with the aircon and it works again now. But I've had to be careful because, yeah, the camera is overheating, so I don't want that. Let's go see what we can see in Glenelg South. Great day for it. It's got to the point where I want to go in the ocean. Note I didn't call it the sea this time. It's a beautiful day. There's the main sort of Glenelg strip. But where I am, hardly anybody. There's 4 people behind me. And this is the main beach in Adelaide, Glenelg Beach. I'm in the sea, in the ocean now. Here we go. and it's relatively warm. It's still not as warm as it was in Semaphore yesterday. It's a bit more pebbly as well here in the water, but it's absolutely stunning. Just take a look at that. What an afternoon. Just had a chat, really nice chat, with an old Aussie guy who was explaining to me the reef out here and the algae bloom and just how much it's a beautiful spot down here, and I had to agree with him because it's the hottest day of the year. Yes, it's a Wednesday and the kids are back at school. No, the kids aren't back at school. It's still holidays and the people are back at work, but I am seriously contemplating trying to come here, I think. I don't mean on a holiday. There are lots of things I can do, and I can apply to do the same job I do out here. It's a bit bittersweet because Mrs. JC and I, this was a fact-finding holiday to see if she liked it, with a view of both of us coming out here and starting our dream life. And obviously that's not going to happen now, right? But it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of life. I think I've got to try it. I think I've got to try it out here. I really can't knock my day today. It's a nice little lazy day and I'm ready for it. It's just one of those days where I'm just stood enjoying the ocean and thinking about life and protons and car collections and things that have been and things that could be, and just thinking, you know? Although I'm leaving lonely footprints in the sand, I'm glad I'm not alone. That's a bit nice, isn't it? Holden SV6, flanked by a Chrysler PT Cruiser down the road there. Storm edition. I will never get tired of these. Just thinking about selling some of the Proton collection to see what I can fund here in Adelaide. I wonder if this is in my budget. I should be able to afford that. Sell the Black Knight maybe, and probably a micro, yeah? Back in the car, and I am hot. To the point where I've just sat here for about 5 to 10 minutes enjoying the AC, and you can hear it's full blast. It's 3:30. I'm going to go now to a place called Port Narlunga, which is just further south. Come with me then. In fact, that's a lie. I'm going to a place called Hallet Cove now, which has got a nice boardwalk. Am I going on the boardwalk? Probably not, because it's hot, but I will show you it. And then we'll go to Port Narlunga. And then we're going to my friend's parents' house. And I'm taking the wine, remember. Blimey, there's a guy there who's got a significant camera setup there. Like, I mean, proper camera setup. Is he making YouTube videos? If he is, he's doing better than me. Holy moly, what a kit. His whole back of his car is all boxes of kit. He must be a proper journalist.
Leave the roundabout at the second exit.
He must be a TV journalist, or TV cameraman. So to Hallet Cove.
After 300 meters, leave
25
the
minutes.
roundabout the second exit. And
Also, I'm seeing lots of Stranger Things conspiracy
leave
theories.
the roundabout at the second exit. Then take the third right turn.
That there's a surprise episode coming tomorrow. What do you reckon to that? Is it a load of rubbish? Or are we going to see a surprise Stranger Things? I bloomin' love Stranger Things. I'm going to do some Adelaide motoring, some Australian motoring. There we go, look. She waved at me. Thank you very much, Mr. Coupland, for letting me out. What on earth is she driving? An Atto B. What is one of them? That was not un-Australian. That was Australian gratuity, that. Or as we called it earlier, Christian Motoring. Now let's see what she's driving. Atto B. Never heard of it. I've lost her. She's scarpered. Terrible. $1 soft serve ice cream. They weren't $1 up at the beach, I can tell you that for free.
Follow the road for
8 kilometres on this road. Christ. Okay. Fine. Subaru. Kia Stinger. BMW dealership. Nice. Obviously a mini dealership there as well. Pieface. What a great name. Now I didn't think I was going to be getting this much sunshine, so I didn't bring any after sun moisturiser with me. My face is tight, so I'm going to be slathering on the E45 tonight, I think. I'm glad I left the aircon running in my hotel room. Some sort of college. Sacred Heart College. Isn't that the name of the hospital in Scrubs? Toyota Kluger? Come on, that's it. Here we go. Jarvis Toyota. Could get a Camry or a GT86. There's a lot of nice looking Toyotas there, a lot of trucks. Hamilton MG. So we're in a place called Brighton at the moment. No relation. Will I see as many MX-5s? If you know. That's a nice looking Jeep, sir. So staying on this road for another 5k. We're 11 kilometres from where we're going. Is this Pajero coming? Are you coming or you're not coming? No? Okay. So I'm in a place called Brighton and there's a car place called Hove. It's not lost on me. Daily patrols will show you where it's safe to swim. .uk. They're taking this algae bloom thing exceptionally seriously, aren't they? It's all part of the summer plan, is what it says. Not like that in a New Zealand accent. Interesting. Clever people in the comments will be able to tell me about the algal bloom and tell me what's caused it. Please? Mitre 10. That's what you need. Willies, I'm still hunting for a cockatoo, by the way. I've not seen any. It's too hot to see the local wildlife. Come on, Mr. Tesla. Aussie burger, that's got, I think, beetroot in, hasn't it? An Aussie burger. Who's putting beetroot in a burger? Come on, man. Curry on Brighton. Is that like curry on matron? I'm glad I got the Swift and not the Kia, let's put it that way. Whilst going up this hill. Ooh, Chevrolet. There was a bump there, there was a horrible old knock. What was that? Ugh. Hopefully get a solid night's sleep tonight. What am I doing tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going into the hills tomorrow. I'm going to a place called Birdwood. It's not that far away, it's maybe an hour and a half away. And I'm going to be checking out the museum, motor museum. I'm really looking forward to that. I have been before, but I couldn't be an absolute nerd because I was with my friend. So this time we're going to have a good look at everything. That'll be a separate video, I think. The actual motor museum. Here's a pop-in. I'm not used to hills like this in Lincolnshire. It's nice to have an auto. Yeah, it's nice to have an auto for doing this. Just put your foot down and away you go, and actually you can look around and enjoy the sights a bit more. Don't have to think about too much. Hyundai Staria. I like the look of that. Could replace the snail van. Yeah, we're well up in the hills now. That's a beautiful view. 80? Well, don't mind if I do. Now, what's 80 kilometres an hour? 60? That's nice, isn't it? That feels good. That feels very good doing that. Hallet Cove. Glenthorne National Park. I'm guessing that's over there.
They're left after 500 metres and continue to follow Lonsdale Road.
Ooh, my leggies are warm. Yeah, I'm out of the city now. Oh no, there's the national park. There. That's the hills then. So I've got ocean to my right, hills to the left, and a Hyundai Staria in front of me, which I've never seen before. Yes, this is stunning. And the roads are a little bit more doink, doink, doink.
Road for 3 kilometres.
Will do, Sal. No, she's not Sally here, is it? It's Sheila. Will do, Sheila. I call Satnav Sally because take me home, Sally. This is pretty. This is very pretty. Hallet Cove, this is where we're going. I want to go to the boardwalk, so hopefully we're going to the right place. I'm starting to get a head cold. Sorry about that. Mazda 6. Gorgeous part of the world. I've actually been to that Hungry Jack's, not on this journey. So we've got a Woolies, a Drake's, an Aldi, Gessie.
Prepare to turn right soon.
There's me bottles of wine. Shit, that was lucky. That could have been dangerous. I nearly lost my wine. Don't drink and drive, boys and girls. Like round me wine. Probably should have kept going, really. I did lose my phone case though, and my cash. Mitsubishi 380. And it's gone. I've never seen one of them before. Mitsubishi 380.
Turn right after 400 metres and follow the Cove Road.
Turn right in 200 metres for Hallet Cove attractions. Well, that's what I want. I'm going to be following this Mitsubishi.
Please turn next right.
Set this back down to 60. Right. Hallet Cove. Downhill to the cove. Uphill for the cove.
After 400 meters, leave the roundabout at the first exit and continue to follow the Cove Road.
Now, am I going to listen to Sheila or am I going to listen to Coupland? Follow the signs. Maybe a bit of both.
Leave the roundabout at the first exit.
Okay. Hallet Cove Beach. Let's try that. Hallet Cove Conservation Park. Coastal walkway bridges. 2 kilometres? Bloody hell, I'm not walking that far. I'm walking 2k in this heat.
Turn right after 250 meters. Then you will arrive at your destination.
Right. Feels a bit like Ramsey Street.
Please turn next right.
Right.
Then you will arrive at your destination.
So that was taking me as close to the beach as I Heron Way. Pull in here and have a look, see. Okay, let's go have a look. So this has got its sort of engine motor running. It's a BYD Shark 6. Never heard of one of them before. That would do me, wouldn't it? Look at that. Well, it's certainly very serene around here. This is sort of the boardwalk area. There's hardly anybody here. So I'm going to have a wander down. Also, take a look at the shark. I really like that. I'm going to have a wander down and see what I can see at Hallet Cove. This is the Heron Way Reserve, apparently. The beach here doesn't appear to be sandy. It appears to be sort of shingly and rocky. Oh, there's a slide there I could go down to the beach. No, probably not when I'm in my shorts. So yeah, I'm going to have a wander, see what we can see. Alcohol prohibited between 8 and 8. Within that time frame though, or outside of that time frame, fill your boots, boys and girls. Wow. Someone's just abandoned their truck here. See that? I've just done that. Be careful there. That's rotten. Oh my goodness, look at this though. Oh, is that a shark? Or a dolphin? What is that? You know, I think it might actually be a seal. Or a sea lion sunbathing. No, I think it's a seal. Huh? The obligatory Unreal, isn't it, this? This is beautiful. I'm going to try and walk on these rocks and get a better look at what that is in the sea. I think it's a seal. But I'm in flip-flops and it's very rocky. Should have probably had my boots on for this. That's as close as I can get without falling on my bum. I think it's a seal having a sunbathe. You know when you're on holiday and you get one of those lilos and you just lay around in it? There's my seal look. He's having a great time. Hey dude! Oh, I'm being munched to death by flies. There he is, now we can see him. Well, as much as I'm having a wonderful time, those flies really are biting me. Ouch! So, ow! Oh, so I'm really running away from them pretty quick. Ow! They're all over the shop. Oh, bastards. Oh, they're not fun. Oh, I've just sploshed all my face with water because them flies were having a good old time. So spotted all around Australia are these free to use public water fountains and barbecues. Those are gas powered barbecues and they're free. I say free, obviously council tax and tax that residents pay, but that goes to fund amenities like that. Imagine having something like that in the UK, it'd just be trashed. Also, what's this type of spider? Oh, well, I did the thing you shouldn't do with dangerous things and touched it, and it was actually a moth. I've just checked the weather forecast for where I am. 42 degrees currently. And it's coming up to 3:45. You see that house? You see that house there? It's just sold. for nearly 3 million Australian dollars, which is nearly about 2 million quid. I mean, the view is spectacular. Well, that was Hallet Cove, kind of. I'm going to go further down, but I'm about done for the day, to be honest with you. I am very tired and very hot, and I am struggling to cool down. Let's check further down this boardwalk and have a look at the view. And I'm going to go to a place called Port Narlunga. Let's see what's down here. This is where you need to be. 2 hours free parking between 8 AM and 4 PM. And any time after that, do what the hell you want. That is pretty much what it's about over here. Little cafe, look, the boat shed. Beautiful part of the world. Excellent. So I'm not actually going to stop here because of flies. Bastards. It really did get me down there. It's cool to see that seal though, right? There's the lookout then. There's the view you want, isn't it? Ta-da! I could have just spun around that roundabout. Right, let's go to the next place, which is called Port Narlunga. Let's find somewhere that I need to go. It's not overly far. Port Narlunga. Esplanade is here. So let's go to... I can just go this way. Salt Fleet Street. Let's go there. Please? Salt Fleet Street. Go. How long is that, please?
The route has been calculated.
Thank you. How far is it, Sheila, please? 11k. So next place, Port Narlunga.
Follow the road for 250 metres.
Will do. I'm going to go the coastal road, I think.
After 200 metres, leave the roundabout at the second exit and continue to follow Heron Way.
Will do. Australia. It's so quiet. I don't get it. I'm guessing people are probably
Leave the
at
roundabout
home
at the second
today.
exit.
They've looked at the fact that it's 42 degrees and gone, yeah, nah. But look at it. I'll soon find out when I get going in the next couple of days and I start doing the ocean road and all that sort of stuff. That's a hill. Whoa, that's a hill and a half. Let's put that into low gear and sport mode, I think. Take it out of sport mode. So I'm guessing it's got a CVT auto box, this car. I'm guessing. I don't know, someone will tell me. Chugga, 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 chugga. It doesn't struggle with 40 up the hills, but I'm not winning any prizes for speed. But I don't need to go fast. You miss the surroundings then. Oh, it's beautiful. What a view. God, what a view.
After 300 metres, leave the roundabout at the second exit. Leave the roundabout at the second exit. Then take the second right turn.
Just gone past a place called Sheila's Doggy Daycare. Can I just go and see the dogs?
Please turn next right.
So when I hired the
Follow
car,
the road for 6 kilometres.
I had the option to have an SUV, a sports car, something economic, something cheap and cheerful, and a little Volkswagen. I'm so glad I've gone for this. Yeah, thought I'd made a terrible mistake then. I'm so glad I've gone for the Swift. 100? What's that? 100 kilometres an hour? Let's do it. That's 70, right? This is the fastest I've been since the airplane touched down. So I've used about a quarter of a tank of fuel so far. I wonder how far the fuel tank will get me. Sport mode. Put it back into economy mode. I've got to save that petrol. Mount Lofty. Fire ban. Yeah, absolutely a fire ban. Cool, blimey. Hopefully there's no bushfires today. It's a possibility, isn't it? We've got to consider bushfires. City of Onkaparinga. Is that where I am now? Onkaparinga. Fair enough. Onkaparinga. That's fun to say. There's that Mitsubishi 380 again. Moffat Vale. Is that wine area? Moffat Vale? Sort of rings a bell in my old noggin somewhere. The BMW X7, the number plate is DV999. Insightful. I've definitely got a head cold. My sore throat's gone. The stuff I'm coughing up is going. So now it's here, I can feel it in my ears. I haven't taken my cold and flu tablets today, so I'm going to be taking them when I get back. Centuries from Travis Head and Steve Smith put Australia in charge of the 5th Ashes test. I mean, it's done, isn't it? They've won. Look at these lovely Falcons. A Falcon Statesman. Look at that. That's got to have a V6. That's beautiful, mate. Yes. What a stunning car. What a stunning thing. Here. Sorry, Crystal. I'm a bit tired. Land Cruiser Prado. Cool.
After 400 metres, leave the roundabout at the second exit and continue to follow
Dyson Road. Is that James Dyson? I know. I'm turning it down now.
Leave the roundabout at the second exit. Prepare to bear right.
Should I go ask them for a job? What's this? A Nissan something. Pulsar. Nissan Pulsar. Nice. We'll let him go in his Pulsar. Cash converters. They're massive over here. Cash converters. I wonder if they started over here. They're obviously a franchise, but
Bear right after 100 metres, then leave the roundabout at the second exit.
will do. Thanks, Sheila.
Leave the roundabout at the second exit.
I love the pulsar.
Follow the road for 1 kilometre.
Port Narlunga, here we are. Kind of. We're about a kilometre away, but we're in the outskirts of it. What's that there? Something cool. I've turned it down. I'm still not speeding. I've just turned it down for me. Right, I'll turn it back up then, so you don't shout at me. There.
After
Port Narlunga attractions, beaches, jetty, reef, walks, trails, adventure playground and shopping precinct. Which way though? That's my question. Port Narlunga parking. Straight
leave
over.
the roundabout at the first exit. Then leave the roundabout at the first exit.
I'm ignoring you. Sorry, Sheila.
Follow the road for 250 metres. Turn left after 200 metres. Then you will arrive at your destination. Please turn next left. Then you will arrive at your destination.
Ah, there's the beach, I think. Fish and chips.
You have
Port Narlunga. Let's go see what this is all about. It's so fucking hot. You know, I've just realised something. Like, 2 days ago, I bought a blooming Villiers meat pie. And I've still not eaten it. So I'm going to eat that later. Maybe that's for tomorrow when I go to the car museum. I'm going to eat a pie on the way there. Anyway, let's go see Port Narlunga. Hyundai Excel. Nice. I can't describe to you how hot that sand is. John Coupland Cars surf rescue mission. I want one of these as a project, I think. A lot more surf here. The water is certainly a lot more, well, waves look. I don't think I've seen waves since I've been here. Not like that, crashing away. Oh, sweet Mary, that was cold. There we go, here's my audition for blooming Neighbours now. Actually, it was Home and Away, wasn't it, that was based sort of on the beach. Did Neighbours ever go to the beach? Literally nobody around. For miles, there's one person in the sea. Over there somewhere, he's doing surfing. Of course he is. It's just me and the ocean. Right, just walking back to the car. That was nice. That was a nice little walk. Good for the old noggin. Anyway, back to the car and then, hopefully, I'm getting in a swimming pool. Cool. Altima 3.5. And finally, to end the day then, is to go to my friend's parents' house, catch up with them, take the wine, have a bit of a cool off, and have something to eat. It's about 15 minutes away from Port Narlunga. I have changed my top because I stink, but I enjoyed that walk on the beach. It's just what I needed.
Please leave the roundabout to 400 metres. Leave the roundabout at the second exit and follow commercial. To 300 metres, leave the roundabout at the first exit.
It feels a bit more sleepy, a bit more beachy, a bit more... There's my first kangaroo sign. Did you see it? There it is. There's my first, you don't want to hit one of these bastards. Now are we going to see a kangaroo? Hopefully not a dead one. There was something sexy in that garage. I didn't see what it was. It looked like an Opel of some description. Sunset display homes. These look nice. Little retirement homes by the looks of things. Nurturing curiosity. Yeah.
After 300 metres, leave the roundabout at the second exit and continue to follow commercial road.
Oh, these are nice little houses. Local shops for local people. 4 kilometres? 3 kilometres? I was going to say we're only 4 kilometres away. Oh, there's some lovely old Mitsubishi wagons out here. My friend Ash would love them. He would love it out here. My feet are very sandy. Coast to Vines Rail Trail. Sounds fun. I like the big Jeeps as well. I think I would probably have a big thing if I lived out here. No, let's manifest it when I live out here. Woolies, go off your phone. Naughty boy in his Land Cruiser. Those lights creep up on you. Creepy. Peddler Creek. Oh, yeah, it looks creaky. Not today. Remember, if you park on the road, you have to face the direction of the traffic.
Please turn next left.
That'll do for me. So I've been to Ryan's parents' house. It was great to see them after so long. Genuinely, probably 7 or 8 years since I last saw them. Had a catch up with them. I went in the pool. We had a good old swim, and then we've had a nice bit of dinner as well. Lovely evening. And the wine we got went down a treat. So, what was his name? Terry? Terry didn't sell me any naff old wine unless they were just being really polite. Anyway, now it's time to do the drive back. It's about an hour back to my hotel. I'm not going to hook the phone up. I'm not going to hook that up. It's just going to be me driving all week. But Ryan and I are looking to sort some stuff out in the next couple of weeks. Anyway, back to the hotel. Get a shower. I need a shower. And then bed. Wow. What a day. Busy day, hot day. Just got back to my hotel and it is time for bed. I enjoyed today. It was good. A lot of thinking, soul searching, jumping around, this, that and the other. And then ended with a lovely dinner and just being with friends. So that was good. Anyway, tomorrow, car museum. And I think I found a Proton dealership. I was driving home and I seen a Proton dealership. So I might go there tomorrow as well. Have a look at some of the Protons on offer. Gonna go to bed. Till next time. Like, subscribe, hype, comment because it helps. Thanks for watching. Are you enjoying this series? Am I boring you yet? Until next time, have a great day. See you later. Bye. Thanks for watching this latest video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, I've selected a couple more videos for you, especially on this page. You might enjoy those, and don't forget to subscribe to always keep up to date with the channel.